Waters, it was about the spring of 72 that the radio source in Andromeda stopped emitting. For the past 3 years, it had gone on repeating the signal we picked up on Fleming's first unauthorized tracking test. For all I knew, it might have been going on for hundreds of years, and we just happened to pick up the tail end of it. In any case, it had done its job, for better or for worse. We'd actually received communication from another world. The result of it had been, well, I didn't know the worst of it then. It had had certain beneficial effects, the control of high missiles, certain developments in chemistry, and the country was riding high on the result of it. As far as we knew, no one else had been able to receive that signal, in spite of the efforts of the cartel people. I must admit, I thought Fleming might be wrong, for the government and all others involved were sensible, intelligent citizens doing what they thought best. And yet, well, I suppose it's only human to need a direct, personal crisis to bring us face to face with things. And the night when Fleming phoned me and told me about Madeleine Dornay, I knew. I drove straight to the nearest airport and flew to Thorness, just in time to arrive for the final, most grotesque part of the whole affair.
I want to talk to you.
Why?
Not here.
What do you want?
Another one has died.
Which?
One of the assistants.
Professor Dornay?
Professor Dornay is fighting for her life and the other man.
Then they still have a chance.
Thanks to Dr. Fleming, not thanks to you.
It is not my business.
What is your business?
I do what I'm told.
And you were told to kill those two. You were told to kill perfectly innocent people who were working for you.
It was a mistake.
Then help us to put it right.
How can I?
You gave Professor Dornay the formula.
The machine gave it.
You gave it together.
I do what I have to.
Then do this. Do something to help us save the two who are still alive. You've got the computer.
Dr. Fleming has the antidote. He is intelligent. He can save them.
But it may not work fast enough.
It should do.
You don't care, do you?
Why should I care?
I hate you.
I have a telephone message for him, Miss Adams.
What is it?
Mr. Ernest Reinhardt. He's at the main gate.
Good, I'll come over.
Why is Sir Reinhardt here?
He's come to see Dr. Fleming. Not to see you.
Dr. Fleming.
Oh. That was a good time.
John, is Madeleine
Still alive.
Thank God.
I may be able to save one of the others.
I see her.
There's nothing very animated to see at the moment. I've just come back from the sick bay. Sit down.
Well, what happened?
Oh, it's my fault. I gave her a duff message to dig the computer with, just to throw it off a bit. And it retaliated.
What message?
I keep telling it the girl's dead. At least I did once before. So it decided to get rid of me. They decided. Well, I did get it a little confused, but it went for Madeline instead. Drink?
No, thanks.
It was processing a formula for her. When she started to tease it, it flipped. I shouldn't have asked her to do my dirty work.
She was willing.
There's been a change of heart, has it?
Yes.
Produce the formula upside down. Instead of the enzyme, the destroyer. Has the effect of breaking down cell tissue instead of regenerating as it is supposed to.
Yes, Miss Edmondson told me.
Madeline was working on the stuff. And her 3 assistants with her. They were handling it a lot. It acts through the skin. 2 of them are dead already. It was meant for me. The machine didn't care how many people it wiped out. Half the population of the world it could have been.
You told Gears.
I told this Dr. Manhunter, for what that's worth.
Not Gears.
Oh, what did Gears do? He'd just be sad it wasn't me. He'd get me thrown out of the compound. He'd get me thrown out of the country if he could. No, I've been saying, ever since I was in short pants, this thing's malicious, but they all love it so. How much more have I got to prove before I convince them?
You don't have to prove any more to me, John.
Well, that's something.
Or me.
Oh, fine. Now, that's 3 of us against the whole setup.
What did you think I could do, John?
Well, you've been handling the best part of the science in this country for half a generation. Surely somebody would listen to you.
Osborne, perhaps?
Well, provided he didn't get his cuffs dirty. Could he get me back into the computer?
No.
Could he get me a forged pass?
Use your head, John. He's answerable to the establishment.
Oh, to hell with the establishment. Look, human nature has never been saved yet by the establishment, only by rebels.
Suppose we were to meet Osborne.
Can you get him up here?
Well, I could try.
With a pass?
If I could give him evidence.
Look, I'll give him evidence.
What have you got in mind, John?
No, we can fill that in later. Meanwhile, I don't care if you bring Osborne or the King of the Fairies, so long as he can get me back in that building.
Well, it might take some time. If I got to London
Well,
tomorrow...
Gears may get me thrown out even further by tomorrow, or as soon as he gets Hunter's report. Can't you go tonight?
Well, Professor, Ernest, time.
I could take the night play.
Well, can't you wait till
Look,
tomorrow?
Miss Adamson, I'm not a young man, I know, but I'm not moribund. Well, give my love to Madeline if she's...
Sure.
If I get any ideas, I'll let you know.
Not by this telephone. It'll be tapped.
I can keep you in touch.
Thanks. Oh, by the way, John, that message from up there, it stopped. We haven't picked up anything from that source for a week. Perhaps we never shall again. Bye, Prof. Go on, Helen.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah?
Look, I don't care what they make of it. They can court-martial me if they like.
Okay.
You can trust me, John.
Yes. Well, look, I'll tell you what you can do.
What?
Can you get on the blower privately to London first thing in the morning? Try and get Osborne when the prof's with him. Tell him he's bringing an extra visitor.
Who?
Oh, Garter King-at-Arms, president of the Royal Academy. Some stuffed shirt from the ministry. He doesn't have to bring the gent, only his clothes.
An unstuffed
Yes,
shirt.
hat, briefcase, rolled umbrella. That should be enough. Oh, and an overcoat. Okay?
And then?
Get me an extra pass to the compound and the computer building.
What are you going to do?
I don't know yet.
Well, I'll try.
Good girl. It's been a hell of a day. I'm going to turn in. Better get out of here. I need some sleep.
Sir, Miss Reinhardt's driver's here. They're leaving right away.
Hello, main gate. There's a station wagon, WXD 711, going out any minute now. Check it, would you? Right.
Just because you look like a woman.
Don't me. All right, kill me. It won't do you any good.
No?
This delay things a little, that's all. Everything you do is predictable. You can't do anything that won't be countered.
Why should you want to get rid of me then?
It was the next move. I warned you.
You shouldn't have warned me, should you? You were punished for that.
Yes.
What comes next?
If you go away, go right away and don't interfere.
So that you can do what the machine wants.
Children, you think we're slave and master. We're both slaves. We're both containers which you've made for something you don't understand.
Do you?
I understand the difference between our intelligence and yours. I can see that ours will take over and yours will die. I think you're the height and crown of things, the last word.
I don't. Did I hurt you?
No. You're more intelligent than most, but not enough. You'll go down with the dinosaurs. They ruled the Earth once.
And you?
I'm the missing link.
Suppose we break you.
They make another one.
And suppose we break the machine.
The same.
Suppose we destroy the pair of you. And the message. And all my work on it. And all Dorney's. So that there's nothing left. The message has stopped. Did you know that?
No.
Your friends up there aren't talking to us anymore. You're on your own now, you and him. Suppose we destroy the both of you.
Then you keep a higher intelligence off the Earth. For a while.
That's what we've got to do.
You can't.
At least we can try.
You can't.
We can try.
Why don't you go away and live the sort of life you want to while you can?
But the last brontosaurus mourning its
You
children.
can't do anything else.
If you help me.
Why?
Why not you? You're not just a thinking machine. You're made in our likeness.
No.
You have senses, feelings. You're 3 parts human, tied by a compulsion to something that's set to destroy us. All you have to do is change the setting.
Why should I?
If you really want to. You really want to, because 3/4 of you...
3/4 of me is an accident. Don't you think I suffer enough as it is?
Suffer? Why should you suffer?
Don't you think I get punished enough for
Will you be
listening to
punished
you?
for tonight?
Not if you go away.
If you can't join them, lick them.
What does that mean?
You'll find out.
Will you hold on a moment, please? Major Quadring?
Yes?
It's Mr. Osborne at the Ministry of... It's all right, you needn't speak. He's coming down tomorrow with Professor Reinhardt and another ministry official. Can they have passes?
Yes, I suppose so.
To the computer block?
Do they have to go there?
Do you particularly need to go to the computer block? He says that's the whole purpose of his visit.
All right, I suppose we can't refuse Osborne.
Yes, that'll be all right.
But you had better be with them.
Yes. I'll meet you at the station. What time? It's all right. I've tipped the man. There's your
We talk in here.
It's all ours. That's just the chap.
Look, either it's deliberately malevolent or it's snarled up. You can either uncork it or else...
Or else what? That's what we want to find out. And the girl?
Oh, she'd be powerless without the computer. But it isn't powerless without her. All the basic message, all the basic memory is in the computer.
It's a question of
It
redesigning.
isn't.
Well, what is it a question of?
Have you got my pass?
I've forsworn my good name for this.
No. I'm an official from the ministry. Well, that'll be the day, won't it?
What do you propose to do?
John thinks he might find some malfunction.
What I mean by uncork it is this. This message, this machine, was programmed to function in a certain way. It wasn't programmed by us. All that came with the original message. It was given a behavior pattern by whatever intelligence up there sent us the design. Well, either it's got to act malevolently or something's gone wrong with it. I think the first. Always have done.
You're saying it's evil.
Well, evil's an old-fashioned romantic word. What I'm saying is it was built not to serve us, but to act against us.
You've never been able to prove that.
Look, it had a go at killing me last night. Another go.
How?
Through its creature.
And what happened?
Well, I woke up, forced the truth out of her. You ought to try it sometime. You'd believe it then.
She wouldn't talk to anyone but you.
She wouldn't talk to me, honey. Look, you've either got to liquidate this thing or change it.
Well, we certainly can't liquidate it.
Well, then let me have a look at it. It is just possible that something's gone wrong with the works. Though I doubt it. Give me a few hours with it, I may be able to tell you.
Well, Osborne will go to the minister. You'll go to the Prime Minister if necessary, won't you?
If I have evidence.
You have Dorney.
How is she?
I shall pull through.
Now, we need something more tangible.
I'll give you something tangible.
Look, this visit, It's only for examination, no direct action.
Look, do you want to tie both my hands behind my back?
Do you realize the risk I'm running?
Risk? You should have been in my hut last night.
I wish I had been. I might see more clearly where I stand. This country, young man, depends on that machine.
Which I built.
It means more to us, potentially, than the steam engine did or atomic power.
Then
or
it's
anything.
even more important.
Please don't preach at me. You think I'd be here at all if I didn't realize how important it was? Or if I didn't value your advice very highly? But there are ways and ways.
You know a better way?
Of checking, no. But that's as far as it must go. Understood? There's been no inspired direct action.
Such as?
Such as might come into your head on the spur of the moment. Man of my position.
What is your position? The noblest Roman of them all? The fault, dear Brutus, lies not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. We'll ask them to write that on our tombstone.
You've got your part.
Yeah.
You've got what you wanted, John.
On with the motley.
Have you fixed this up to the duty operator?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
How do I look?
You look more like a Guy Fawkes than a civil servant.
They won't look too hard if you're with me.
You realize you'll be court-martialed.
Oh, not unless we're found out.
Oh, nobody will rumble the old department, old boy. How's the men of Agam Fish these days, huh?
Let's get it over, shall
We've
we?
got to wait till it's dark.
10 o'clock, we said?
How about one for the raid?
Who's on perimeter guard tonight?
B section, sir.
Yes, well, I hope he keeps fine for them.
Not expecting anything, are we, sir?
Only a sharp frost. Sometimes I wish I was back in Aden, and that's saying something.
Never been there, sir.
You ought to get some service in. Good night. I'll be in quarters if you want me.
Then I'll have to stick you back together again, sir.
What?
If you were in quarters, sir. Good night, sir. Dear Mother. You think your department can cope?
Oh, definitely, old boy. I spoke to the PS to the PUS the other day.
Ma'am?
Good evening. This is the ministry party. It's just a mathematical check. Can I have your passes, gentlemen, please?
I'm afraid this is going to mean a lot more paperwork for you.
Oh, we don't worry about that along our corridor, old boy. Our secretaries fight with their feet, you know.
Okay.
Anyone inside?
Only the duty operator.
It should only be a few minutes.
That's all right, sir. You know, the biggest bore in our department are parliamentary questions, written answers, and all that sort of stuff.
Would you come in?
There's the door. You needn't behave as though it was a pantomime. Anything been happening? Nothing special, sir.
You better have your passes. Here's Dr. Fleming.
Thank you.
You can sit.
Thanks.
And the clothes?
Okay. Well, what the top people are wearing.
Briefcase. Right. Umbrella. Well, take care. It will depend on you doing the right thing.
Yeah,
You've got
yeah.
a test check?
Yeah.
Now. Are you ready? I'm ready, sir. He doesn't look much like a civil servant either.
I'll take you past the sentry. I'll be back.
No, you won't.
I'm sorry, Fleming. It's one of the conditions.
Look, I don't want anybody in here when I'm trying to... John.
Good luck.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Trying to cook it. What is it?
Somebody's come in. Is she dead?
What do you think? You saw the boat?
No.
Leave her.
She is dead. Well, what about Professor Dorney?
As for you. React!
What happens now? What about that?
Leave it. Let's try something better this time. Something we can't get at all.
Unless you find what's wrong.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it.
What about this?
It's too late for that. That's the only answer I need. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. If we're done, when we're done, best we're done quickly.
No!
I'm going to fix it. Get out.
Hey,
Let go of it.
have you gone mad?
I told you to stay out of
You
it.
always meant to do this, didn't you?
Let go of it. Oh, no, you don't.
John!
Get out of my way.
John, give it to me, please.
Ah,
Now you promise.
I promise nothing.
I'll scream.
Try.
John!
Out of my way.
John, you promised.
Oh, do you think we'll ever get another chance like this? Want to go squeal? If you think I'm doing the wrong thing, go. Go on, warn them. Tell the riot squad. Or do you think I'm doing the right thing? That's what Osborne wanted, wasn't it? The right thing. You can always pull out a plug. Hey. Tomorrow. 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 Try to rebuild it. They won't be able to.
They'll have the message.
It stopped.
They'll have the original.
Yes, they wanted me to interpret it.
They'll find somebody
They
else.
haven't got the broken code. Because it's in there. Where's the key?
Major Quadring.
Quadring? Not here.
The only one is in his office.
What the hell didn't you tell me?
You didn't ask me.
Get the key.
I can't.
You must.
He keeps thinking it's safe. I can't get it. So we'll get it some other way.
It's too late. There's nothing you can do that isn't predictable. She said that.
We'll get it some other way. Something.
We can't win. We can't win.
Let's get out of here. John, come on. Come on.
If I'd had any idea, how dare you trick me into this?
I didn't.
You make me party to...
I didn't know what John was going to do.
Said you could look round. Said you could look round for an answer. I didn't say you could...
Well, it's too late now. It's done.
I only consented to be party to this because I was worried and the minister was worried. If I could have put some evidence in his hand,
What could he have
he
done?
could have made a case.
Ah,
He can't make a case now. It's the finish of his career and certainly the finish of mine.
Mine. I think I'll be willing to sacrifice it if I knew that machine was destroyed.
But it isn't. It didn't even make a job of that. If the original message is intact...
they can rebuild it.
If you told me what you wanted.
You'd have stopped me. Oh, it's all right. It's my fault. I'll carry the cap.
Won't save us from prison.
Is that what's worrying you? And what about the rebuilt machine and the next creature and the grip we can't shake off?
Perhaps they'll listen next time.
Who to?
You better go back to London, Osborne. When the news breaks in the morning, look surprised.
Where am I supposed to have been?
When you got there, made a brief inspection and left. The guards saw you. Whatever happened after you'd left. That's the truth. You needn't know anything about it.
And the man I took in?
Well, he left with you.
Well, who was he?
Anyone you can trust. Browbeat or bribe somebody to say that they went there with you and left with you.
I can't do that sort of thing.
Your career?
You've got to keep your influence, Osborne. You've got to clear yourself. As John says, they'll build it again. Only you've got that code.
Well, I didn't. Who's supposed to have smashed up the computer?
The girl is dead. You're quite sure?
Do you want to examine the body?
She can't deny it.
What were Judy and I supposed to be
You
doing?
weren't there. So far as anybody knows, we left the operator with you. It won't happen after you've gone. It's going to be a hell of an inquiry. Well, it's the best we can do. Whatever way you look at it, it's a mess. Think what that machine means. Mess.
I'm sorry, Prof.
So am I.
Sorry, Judy. I'm sorry. It's got us all where it wants us now.
Don't put the light on. Draw the curtains.
I thought you were dead.
Not quite.
I saw the voltage.
You saw.
Yes, I saw.
Well, it was you.
It was me. If I'd known you were still alive,
I'd... tell me too. I have a stronger heart than people.
Who did up your hands?
I did.
Who have you told?
No one.
Doesn't anybody know?
I don't think so.
Why haven't you told? Why have you come here?
I didn't know what would happen. I came round. I couldn't think of anything except the pain in my hand. And then I saw it all in ruins. I didn't know what...
You could have called the guards.
I didn't know what to do. I had no sort of direction. I got lost without the computer. Completely out of action.
I know.
All I could think of was finding you. My hands... I dealt with my hands, and then I came here. When you weren't here, I couldn't think of anything else, so...
Can you think now?
Yes, I can think. I don't know what's going to happen.
They'll rebuild it.
No.
Isn't that what you want? How about your higher purpose, your higher form of life? How about that, huh? Shivering. Oh, I see. Oh, here. Put this around you. In shock. I'm not surprised you weren't dead after what you've been through.
Do you think they will build it again?
Sure to.